Coming to you from the M&M Exterior Studio in Knoxville, Virginia, this is Flushing It Out with Samantha Spittle, the introvert's extrovert. She talks to people so you don't have to. For now.
I remember when I was like doing really good after my son was born and I was reading all this stuff. It's like I got so far down the rabbit hole. It's like once you start going down into health and nutrition, it is a rabbit hole. You start going and then, well, I'm eating like, I remember when I started, I was doing 80-20, 80% of the time eating, really good. And then having that 20% to just not feel so constrained. But then I started reading more. I shouldn't be eating any of this. And I just kept going further and further. And then I think that's kind of, I eventually got burned out where I'm like, I'm screwed either way.
Yes.
And so for me, I know that not everyone's at the same place in their journey, but I just love how you keep things simple because I would rather keep the goals long term and actually like be meeting them and hitting them versus doing something good for a little bit and then.
Yes, exactly. Because you don't want the repercussions of it. And like you said, and if I've been down that rabbit hole, like I started after I had Kiana, and that's another thing too, like I didn't go back to the weight I was and I wasn't expecting to, but a lot of women are like, I just want to go back to my original weight before baby. And it's like, you gain a lot when you have a kid though. And I didn't know that at the time. I was there. I was like, I don't want to be like this. I want to go back. And it's like, you can't go back. And that was another thing from the past right there that you got to let go of. You just have to work with what you got. And so what I did was I had a lot of fun when I lost my weight though. Like I did crazy things. Like I bought the Wii U Fit board, the balance board. I used that thing for a year straight.
Oh, wow.
That was my back into it. And then I went and found some different group classes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I like a video game helped me lose a significant amount of weight.
That's awesome. But I also think about like living your life. I want to still go out to eat and sometimes get a margarita.
Yeah, get a margarita.
So sometimes I've found myself doing things lately where I think, ooh, I know I shouldn't have this. If I really want to lose weight in the next month, I shouldn't be having this. But then I'm thinking of your voice where, well, this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly.
And so like, okay, this might sacrifice my 1 pound this week.
But you're going to lose it next week.
But next week it'll even out. So like.
It's the clean slate 101 right there. Yes. Have it. Starts the next day. Just keep the pattern going. Just
have the one thing. That's the other thing is it's not, I ruined, like now that I've eaten this, it's ruined.
No, it's not.
I have that one thing. It's kind of, I guess it's kind of like the 80-20, getting back to that of 80-20, not 100-0.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's, I think, where it was the all or nothing.
We are all, think of yourself as a tortoise. We are not the rabbit. Don't be the rabbit. Be the tortoise,
Yeah.
Take your time, figure things out, experiment. Figure out what works for you. Figure out what does not work for you. Hire someone if you need to. Do different. Just start from right there, and then make sure you just love it. Make sure you love it and you want to continue it. You don't want to just stop because you hate it. You know,
you're just suffering through it.
Yeah, don't suffer through it, and then make sure you have a good support system too, and surround yourself with that, and surround yourself with the positivity and those people that are going to be cheering you on, and they're going to see what you're doing, and maybe they're going to want to do it too.
Yeah.
We're coming, at our house, we're coming up on our 4th week of being vegetarian.
Wow.
And my daughter for the first 2 weeks was like, again, no meat and stuff. So like they would have it for like their lunches and stuff.
Yeah.
But now she's like, oh, okay, we're going to try this. Yeah, I guess I'll try it,
Yeah, just got to push through. Get through all that.
But I'm not taking away their stuff. I'm giving it to them for breakfast and lunch. But dinner, it's been all like different types of veggie meals and everything. And that's where you have to find that balance and that compromise.
Yep.
You can't take things like we were talking about this with my husband, like he was the one who actually suggested it.
Wow.
Because he wanted to do it. I was like, okay. And because he read something or he saw something and he was like, yeah. And it's going to happen for you either. It's going to happen for you. It's going to be your decision ultimately. Yeah. Don't let it be somebody else's. They're pushing on you.
It's funny because since we're recording, we talked about this last time, but after we stopped recording, it was, wait, Your whole family isn't just mini versions of you. Like, they're real people with their own opinions. Because I think, we all just think, you can do this.
I am not your average. I go to concerts.
Yeah.
I have my beer or two. I love my wine.
Yeah.
The kids, they have their red foods here and there.
Yeah.
But we don't do it consistently.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They don't have it every day. They don't have... And the same thing with my husband. Like, we don't go out to eat every day. We don't do all those things every day. It's going to be sparingly. It's going to be like maybe once or twice, a month or somewhere down the line. But they're normal kids, But the thing of it is that I'm trying to help them and to help other people, know your limits. Figure out how much is enough and how much is not enough, like that. And so when they go over to their friends' houses,
they go crazy sometimes.
No, they don't.
They don't? Oh,
they don't go crazy because they have the patterns they've been building up to that stuff. And they're 14 and 11. So that's what's been going on for all their lives.
Oh.
And stuff. This hasn't just been something just randomized. Like, they've been going through this for a long time.
Actually, that brings up a good point, is that if someone wants to make a change, and if someone hasn't been doing this with their kids since the beginning.
Yeah, you just can't stop. Like, if you go out to dinner and you have prepackaged stuff, your family's used to all that stuff, you can't just cut that out like that.
Yeah.
You have to take it slow. And consistently
and give people the permission. Because when you hear this stuff, you're like, oh, great, guys, we're going to be that family that does that. And then everyone's mad. No one wants to do it.
It could work, and then it could not work. And it could be a bad experience. And you don't want it to be a bad experience, especially with kids involved, because you want to make sure that they know what's happening.
Yeah.
And you want to give them that permission. If they try it, they don't like it, then yes, go ahead. At least you tried it,
Yeah.
You don't want to be forceful. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to parent, but I've been in situations, I've helped families and stuff, and I'm like, no, we're gonna, because they're all like, all balls to the wall, let's
throw out,
we're
cleaning out the whole pantry.
Whoa, slow down there, Sheila. Like, let's just take it slow.
Yeah,
you have to build up to that,
but that's
you
a
want
good,
it to be a good
reminder.
experience.
Yeah, because I think so many of us, we hear it and it's like, well, this is what I have to do now, so we're going to do this.
Nope. And then I have a little breakfast tidbit too. Because I know breakfast is one of those things where either you do it or you don't do it.
Yeah.
I am, and I don't know if we're talking about this or not. You said he was intermittent fasting and stuff. Jeremy is. So, but I am one of those. I intermittent fast too.
Okay.
But I have been experimenting. I'm going to always experiment with my nutrition. I'm always going to figure things out that I like and I don't like.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing is I've been having a fruit and some nuts in the morning.
Oh,
and I've been doing that for all this week. So I'm not a big breakfast person. Like, when I wake up, I'm not hungry. I don't force myself to eat anything. I'm going to eat when I'm hungry. Usually what happens with me is I have to get a couple glasses of water in first before I start to feel like my hunger cues. So, and I don't like eating heavy things in the morning either. So what I do is I've been having a fruit, like an apple, a banana, some strawberries, something. And then I've been pairing that with some nuts. Because those are things that we basically need to get. Like, we need to get our vitamins of A, E, K, D, C, B, B6, B12. We need to get those in all the time. We need to get fiber in all the time too. And a great way to do that is to add a fruit in. So say you go to the gas station, you get your breakfast sandwich, pair it with a fruit. If you don't like fruit, pair it with a vegetable. Pair it with something that you like, though. So, because the more fiber we have in our diets, the more fruit, the more vegetables we have, then that's another easy way, a realistic way, a long-term way to lose weight and to keep weight off. If we add in more things like that. And so that's just a simple, easy way to do it. Like, add in a fruit in the morning with whatever it is you're already eating. If you're a bagel person, if you're a breakfast sandwich, if you're a platter person, fine, have that, but also add a fruit in. And then continue doing that throughout all your meals throughout the day, your lunch, your dinner. It's not about taking away. It's about adding stuff.
Making those changes. I was saying to my friend last night, after Connor was born, I got in shape, healthy, eating, working out, and got to like my thinnest, felt great. And I was a stay-at-home mom, just like hanging out, going to Bible study, wearing cute outfits because that was my only like thing.
Trophy wife.
I was really trying hard on no.
Very trophy.
Life goes on, and I'm still, but I'm also giving myself grace. Like, I was dealing with my headaches and stress, and those are those are things I need to lifelong things. So I need to get those things right, yada, yada, all that stuff. It's just the irony that I'm being approached for doing things where I'm in front of lots of people, possibly on camera, TV. And it's like, crap, can I just snap my fingers and go back to when I was just stay at home mom, like physically? So anyway.
Oh, from the physical aspect.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
like, I have all these clothes in my closet that don't fit. And so in the good way, I feel like, the last couple of years of everything I was dealing with, I wasn't there. I was just with my headaches, especially just surviving. F everything else. Like I just, whatever. And emotionally, it's been. So I'm at a place now where I'm physically feeling better. I'm mentally feeling better. So I'm ready to make it a priority.
Good.
So it all works. It's all timing. It's all meant to be. It's just the irony. All it is the irony.
Well, now that's like one of the things I want to talk about too. Like I want to talk about behavior change, and that's hard. Like, oof.
For real.
Wow. It's like people in the business I'm in, we give it out there. We're like, all you have to do is do this. All you have to do is do that. It's 2 weeks this, 4 weeks that. And it's like, if somebody's been doing something for a lifetime, they can't just break that in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
That's going to take months, maybe even years. I brainstorm a lot in this book.
Yeah.
I have books everywhere. I have books everywhere. I have journals I have books in my car, on my bedstand, everywhere.
Awesome.
Kitchen, like.
We need to do that more.
I know.
We were just talking about that this morning.
That's like this.
How do we keep
this
organized?
board,
All this.
Yeah.
like all these ideas
Stuff.
and people.
Because you're going to have them all the time now. Like, I mean, you've already had them, but you're going to have them more now. So it's like,
Right.
that's why I have books and stuff everywhere.
Yes.
And I just bring all my notes in.
Yes.
Like, I pick one day out of the week, like sporadic, and I'll just put them all together and look at everything.
that's
like,
so good.
No. That was crazy.
Yeah. But you might come back to it later.
Yeah. I declared yesterday that I am not in a box anymore.
Yes.
I'm out of a box. Like, you can't put me in a box anymore. I'm done. And a lot of the box, me, was me. Putting me in a box. And that's another thing, too. But,
Yes.
But no, it's cool. Like you said, your flow of everything. It's just,
Yeah.
it's very different. And it's something I think that's
Thank you.
needed. And I think genuinely this is you and Jeremy's flow because you guys have great conversations and people want to talk to you for hours. And there's not a lot of people in the world that can start a conversation and then keep a conversation going and wanting people to keep talking and stuff. So that's a unique gift right there.
Well, thank
So
you.
that's cool.
She's good at talking. I'm good at listening.
Yeah, that's why we're a great
Perfect.
team.
Yeah.
Yes. That's how my husband is. My husband's a talker. I'm just a listener. I'm like, yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're the
And then-
listener. See, that's why I love you so much.
Girl.
I'm like,
I
listen.
like quiet. I like listening. I like giving advice and stuff. But if there's something else that I don't know what to do, I'm just like, I'm just listening. I will be your vessel. Just come on.
Yes.
Come on.
I love when I meet chatters. Like last night at this event I was at, there was someone, they were like just chatting, but sharing like a lot of stuff that was going on in their life because they knew some of the people personally, so they were catching them up on their life. Yes. But I just loved that I just got to sit there and be like, because normally I feel like it, either one, because I like entertaining a crowd, but I enjoy chatting and whatnot, but I do enjoy listening, obviously. Mm-hmm. And so I remember just last night I was sitting there like, I'm just not even really saying too much. This is lovely. Like sometimes I want to break through.
Yeah, it's nice. So. Yeah, good for you for going to all those chamber. Those are good.
Yeah, it was good. I got burned out before I had kids because I did so much of that. But but now that I'm doing something I want, like it's just more exciting. I just got these 3 days ago. This is my I love you tattoo for my family because it's the ASL like lines to do this.
Nice.
Because I always do this to husband and kids, and they always do this. Aww. And then this is a wave to represent riding the waves of life, that everything's just...
Okay.
So anyway.
You got those a couple days ago?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is that your
Tuesday.
first tattoo?
Yes. I never thought I would get a tattoo ever.
Okay.
And now I got two because, it was good. So 2 years ago or so, Jeremy and I were like home. And he sarcastically was like, what do you want to do today? And I just jokingly was like, get a tattoo. Because I would never get a tattoo. Good for other people. Just, I can't commit. He's like the only thing that like, oh gosh, hair. I can't start dyeing my hair. What if I want to? So that day, I was joking, but I was laying on the couch and I started thinking, if I were to get a tattoo, what would I get? So I started like looking on Pinterest. I was like, well, it definitely would be small. And then I just was like, well, what's something that's meaningful to me? And I was like, oh my gosh, like one of my favorite happy things is this with our family. And I know that my kids aren't always going to want to, maybe they will. They might not. And so I was like, oh, that would be such like a thing that I always want to hold dear to my heart. Mm-hmm. And I saw like, oh, it's just lines. Like it's not some handprint or something you could do. I was like, that's just something little. So I told him, and so for about a year, we were like, I think if I were to, this is what I get. And then he got me a gift card for a tattoo last Christmas. but it was to Iva Bella, the salon. And I was like, what? But then they stopped doing tattoos. Oh. So then it was like, oh, okay, well, I still might do it one day, but we'll see. Well, then at this summer, we've talked with a couple groups of friends. We go to the beach with every year, some friends. We talked about getting a tattoo because, girls all get together and it's like, we should get a tattoo. But once again, I'm not really going to just run off and get a tattoo. And then we did that again this summer with some friends that are our college friends, and he's known since grade school. And so it was like, and I started thinking, okay, if I were to get like a tattoo with friends, what would it be? Because I wouldn't want it to be just because of that, because I just need it more meaningful. And so I was like, a wave, because of the beach, we go with friends, we go with family. It's a happy place. It's when I do my mindfulness, I think of the waves coming in and out. My friend Stephanie and I, who we talk about mindfulness, we should talk about riding the waves of life. That is just, this is just a wave. We just gotta, so I was like, wave. And I love Marianne's Just Breathe that she has on her wrist. And so I was like, I like the reminder of, So anyway, that whole story. So we finally pulled the trigger the other day. So
I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy.
Great stories. Great tattoos.
So
cool.
now I'm like, I can't. And then I got it here so that I can put my watch over it because I have commitment issues. So I was like, this way it can be like, because I haven't told my mom yet and I'm a rule follower. So I'm like, oh my gosh, my mom's going to be like so disappointed in me. But I knew that she would say things like, she's the type like, why do you want that when you're 80? That would be one, like, do you want that in the nursing home type of thing? And then she would say the risk of it. Like, I mean, why, what if the ink just more like, why open yourself up to risk?
Yeah. But so when you're in a nursing home in 80, you're like,
yeah, that's what I said. You know what? The tattoo parlor where we got it, they posted something that said, like, why would you put something on your, disgrace something? And then it showed the inside of a church and all the paintings and everything like that in churches. And I'm like, you're right. You put things there that you want to remember. And like, so for me, I don't ever want to forget this with my kids. And I always want to have that mindfulness. So.
That you rode those waves.
Yes.
That's right.
So
I love it.
Now I'm part of the tattoo. Woo-hoo! I was backing out it with my minivan, when I was leaving the tattoo parlor, like,
I got this.
Yeah.
Look at
badass. With my two little, and there was a girl getting a whole sleeve, and I was like, look what I did. I'm a badass. How many, you have a tattoo or?
Yeah, I have 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know we're going to start my quarter sleeve this year.
Awesome.
So,
where do you go to get yours done?
I have not. All my tattoos are in Minnesota.
Oh,
so okay. That's my commitment. Is like, I've never had a tattoo in Virginia. And I'm trying.
Well, I know a personal.
Places.
So Exposed Temptations,
okay,
Vanis, or
okay.
He didn't do these because he's like really good and he's booked. But it's our son's friend's dad. He lives right around the corner. Nicest guy in the whole world. He's very good. He's booked out all the time. And for these little measly things, like it was. I wanted him to do it, but at the same time, like his artistry is not like we could use the guy up front. I mean, it's fine. The lines aren't exactly straight. It's just a little thing. Yes. So anyway, but I can tell you later. This was great. Do you feel like we went over everything you wanted to go over? Did we miss anything?
No, it was great. I think it was good. Actually, I like the chicken talk. But those.
Chicken. Oh, I mean, have you seen the chicken video? There's tons of chicken videos, but there's a lady. It was a few years ago. She has a video where she talks about being the chicken lady, and it's the funniest video ever. I'm gonna have to find it and then show it to you.
I see all these chicken. People are tagging me like chicken tutus. I'm like, you guys, like it's cute, but I'm not gonna put a tutu on my chicken. Y'all just don't understand chickens.
Yeah.
Like they don't. Some of them don't like being picked up.
Oh, yeah,
and you don't care about that at all.
I don't want to pick up any chickens.
Everybody's like,
we thought about doing a time to stand up, or is that sorry,
stand up?
Yeah.
The watch. Yeah, I got one of those too.
I'm gonna have to do my little exercises.
I had a couple comments.
Oh, good.
Oh my gosh, look at all your notes.
I know. I
and he has times by him.
Yeah, that's to make editing easier. When I did that big sneeze, phew, he's like,
"Oh, that's
take that out."
That's a lot of. See, everybody thinks podcasting easy.
Yeah,
not to produce a quality show.
I barely touched the volume levels because of these.
Okay,
I think the headsets were
more conscious,
right? But it made time to write more notes, I think.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Good.
So I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except I've got so many notes.
Okay.
I wrote down the times when music was playing, some random music, and
That was so funny.
I know he was dying over here. I was like, oh man, what is that? Is that elevator music
coming from?
Did a kid come home from school?
Am I the only one that hears this?
I forgot that is.
I'm thinking we're listening to earphones, so I'm like, where's it plugged in?
I know.
Always something with
That was
me.
funny.
It's all right,
It was
girl.
so
We
funny.
got you. We got you.
All right, so the Impossible Burger.
Oh yeah, Jeremy tried the Impossible
I wrote down a note
Burger.
about that because I tried it because I can't have red meat.
Right.
So I wasn't impressed.
Yeah. Did you?
I'm just gonna say.
Oh
I wasn't
no!
impressed
I
with
had
it.
the Impossible Burger. I was excited. I had it at Glory Days, and I was like, "Oh yes, the
Oh, they have
Impossible
it at
Burger."
Glory Days, too.
Yeah, that's where I
Okay.
first had it.
Yeah.
That's where I first heard about it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have the Impossible Burger." You know, we went up there, did not like it.
Right. Everybody talks about how it's this great thing and you
No.
can't
Well,
tell the
but
difference
why didn't
and all
you
that
like
other
it,
sort
though?
of stuff.
Well, I am not
Natasha.
a burnt food person. Like, if you burn my food, I won't eat it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it felt like it was overly cooked
Okay.
and stuff. And I had it a second time, and it was not overly cooked the second time, and I was just like, yeah, no. So I like the one that is Beyond Burger.
Okay.
I like them. And the only bad thing about what I've been reading and hearing about is it's good because it's plants, but they have to mimic a burger so much that they have to add saturated fat to it. And it's like,
yeah, okay.
that stinks.
Yeah.
I figure they gotta add
They have, yeah.
chemicals and
Yeah, because they're
a bunch
making
of
it fatty
crap.
and
Yeah.
stuff. So, like, Beyond Burger I've been killing it at, what was it? Oh my God, Foster's Grill.
Oh.
So they have a limited charred boiled plant-based burger, and their
Yeah.
patty is
Wow.
Beyond. And so they
Okay.
cook it really good. I like that.
It's at Foster's now?
Mhm.
Oh, well, girl.
Maybe
Yeah.
for
Man,
lunch.
let's
yeah.
go.
And then you
Hello.
can get, and they
Yeah.
have Beyond Burgers at Giant
Yeah.
and stuff.
Okay.
And I've tried their sausage. I wouldn't recommend getting their sausage.
Well, Jeremy tried the Impossible Burger. What did you think of the
We ate
Impossible?
it at Burger King.
We went through a drive-through
Okay.
at like
Well,
10
they
at night after
Yeah.
being at a
they
barbecue
just
because he just
come
wanted
out
to
with
try
it,
it.
advertised it on TV and whatnot, and I was like, I got to try it.
Yeah.
I haven't had Burger King in forever,
Yeah.
which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
I will say it's not a bad thing, but I was like, I got to try it. So it was like 11 o'clock at night.
They probably just didn't know how to
We're
cook
going
it.
through. Well, I've had it twice now. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
I was like, I wasn't impressed the first time.
Yeah.
Let me try it again.
Yeah.
I will say the second time was a little better, but both times I'm like,
Yeah.
I haven't had a burger
Beef, yeah.
in like 11 years.
That's rough.
I know how it tastes.
Yeah.
Because I've had it before.
Yeah.
This
And
is
you
not
liked
how I
it.
remember it tasting.
Right.
Don't tell me that it tastes like a burger, because
Right.
this is not.
So I haven't had beef as long as you, but I switched over to turkey like maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So that was the last time I had beef burger.
Right.
And so the Beyond Burger I've had reminded me of turkey.
Okay.
The patty size, the
Yeah.
consistency, the mouthfeel, all of that stuff.
Because that's
Yeah.
what you were saying, Jeremy, it was like, because I tasted it and I was like, 6 of 1, half dozen. I think it's fine. Where he said, no, it tastes like a veggie burger.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
it
it
tasted
did.
like a veggie
Yeah,
burger.
He's
like
like,
the
it's-
Boca thing or whatever.
Yeah. It's
Right.
like, it really wasn't any different.
It was like
So,
cardboard or something. It was like,
Maybe a little better than your
maybe Boca,
average
yeah.
Yeah.
veggie burger, but
Yeah.
And it had the seasoning. I think a lot of it was mental too, because you're eating it the same way you eat a Whopper for
it
people.
looks
so they're
like
like,
a Whopper.
Oh, okay.
I guess the texture's
Yeah.
similar.
No, go to Foster's and try theirs.
Yeah,
And
I
I
need
like
to do
Foster's too because you can add your own toppings.
oh yeah.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
you pick whatever you want.
Do you
kind
eat
of
it with a
avoid-
knife and fork?
It's so big you want to. I cut my burgers in half because they're so big. I always cut them in half. But I always add because they don't have a lot of things there, but I'll do like jalapenos.
Oh, yeah.
I've tried it with a relish this time.
Do you eat the bun?
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm a bun person.
Yeah.
I got to. My genetic makeup. I run. I gotta go. I gotta
Carb
go.
load.
Yeah.
Oh, so jealous. I want your energy.
Get the carb. I found some really good sprouted buns that are not expensive. Well, I mean, like $4.50 or something.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. And then I found these Carb Balance ones too.
Okay.
Because my husband, he is like, him and Kayan are the carb people. Like,
Yeah.
if they eat them,
Yeah.
like, oh girl,
That's-
that's tragic.
They love me. I
But-
know. You don't know what it's like, Natasha.
I
You don't know.
don't.
You look at carbs and they just.
But you know what?
bread.
It might happen to me one day if I don't move.
Yeah, call me.
That's the thing.
I'll walk you through it.
But no, I found these really cool Carb Balance buns and stuff like that. They have them at like Hair Theater and everything too. Okay. So, but yeah, try it at Foster's. I think you'll like it a lot better. I think you'll like the Beyond better because you'll be in charge of your toppings too. But where else did I have one at? Oh, for the first time, it was me.
What was that?
I know, yeah.
I had we went to, oh my gosh, the beer place, the Silo place.
Oh, Two Silos.
Do they have one there?
I'd never been there before. Number one.
Yeah.
So we went there. I was like, what?
It's intense.
Yes.
Yeah, that venue is crazy.
Yes. It's great. So we went there. No, they didn't have it there, but they had these avocado egg rolls.
Oh, I think I've had those.
Good.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
Yeah.
And they're vegetarian?
So good.
See, it's going to be lunchtime or whenever you're listening
right?
to this. You're like, who needs some food?
I gotta get off my intermittent fast.
One of the things, like 2 things I found on YouTube that I tell people to watch are HasFit. And
Can you spell that out?
I think it's HASSFIT.
Okay.
So it's a husband and wife.
Okay.
And the husband's like the primary trainer and everything. He has all the certs. The wife's just there to support and show the women how to do it. Yeah. And it's pretty cool. And then another one I found was the walking. I can't think of her name. Is Laura something. I have to look it up. It's walking at home.
Oh.
With such and such.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, it makes you go back to the leggings and the leotards.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I'll go back to that.
This isn't the Prancer woman, is it?
No,
that, like, prances
gosh,
around?
I've never heard of that. But no, you're walking. And she's like, you're in your home, you're doing a brisk walk, you're doing some side-to-side touching. And I like these 2, and I always talk about these 2
Leslie Sanson's
yes,
Walk at Home.
Walk at Home. I always talk about these 2 different types because of their motivation.
Okay.
Because of their personal debt to it. Like, they want you to, like how I feel. We want you to feel good. We want you to feel better. We want you to stop shaming, you know?
Right.
And they're highly motivated. They know what they're talking about. They're easy. They're relatable. You know, and those are the 2 that I like a lot, that I tell people to go watch if if they want to begin somewhere.
So Leslie Sanson's Walk at Home, LESLIE. Sanson,
so you said
Sansony, SANSONE, and then it's HasFit, HASFIT.
HAS. Okay. Yeah. So you said they want, and you want, people to feel good.
Right.
Right? And that brings me to my next note that I took is I feel like you mentioned the fad diets and like you saw Slim Fast Keto and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like the big companies that do that kind of stuff aren't in the business of making you feel good.
No.
At least long term, like you said.
Yeah.
They're more into, let's cling on to this fad that is out there. It's almost like free marketing because that's out there. If we just paste that name, which isn't trademarked probably, onto our product, we can sell more. And they're not interested in getting people healthy.
Right. So there's a difference. There's a fine line, what you said, Jeremy. Like, those people, it's a marketing strategy. Like, those people were in the weight loss marketing strategy, but there's coaches and trainers who are in the healthy lifestyle.
That's a good distinction for you to have.
Yeah, and that's different. Like, I resonate with healthy lifestyle, healthy living, holistic living to live. You know, they want your money and they want you to be they want you to be happy for a little bit, but they need you to continue buying these products and spending your money in this direction for you to get that ultimate happiness. But it's like, but that's the thing too, is it becomes a fad because it works for a little bit. It works for that short amount of time. And then, you know, you're out of money. And then you go back, or you just don't like the stuff anymore because your taste buds will change. Your body will reject it. You know, then you have to start again. And then you have to move on to the next thing that they're marketing, that they're publicizing and stuff too. Another good thing is that true weight loss, you can't find in a box. I mean, honestly, you have to start with, you know, you have to build up yourself, build up your program, build up what you want to do, build up finding it there. You're not going to find it. I mean, you're going to find that little shortcut. That's what it is. Shortcut.
Yeah.
And anything that's labeled natural or added something or comes with this is like, it already has that in there.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't, if it's natural, why do they have to promote that as natural? That makes no sense. You know, you have to go back into that too. Like, what exactly am I buying into? And another good thing to look into, if for more relatable or more scientific information, on it is nutritionfacts.org.
Yep, you mentioned that
and
last time.
that's another good one to do and look into.
And
that was me.
Was that your stomach?
That was me scratching.
Oh, because I was like, my stomach kind of felt like it was growling.
Yeah. But I think that I thought that was just a important distinction to separate you from Slim Fast.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, it reminds me though of what Marianne talks about with therapy, is that her goal isn't to have lifelong patients, or wasn't. She's retired, but her goal wasn't to have lifelong patients. It was to help give people the tools they needed so they could live, you know, we'll just say live their best life, you know? And I feel like that's similar with you. And so when you are reaching out to someone to help with your health and fitness goals, to me, a good distinction would be, are you wanting to set me up for success for life? To, you know, it's almost like raising kids. Our goal as parents isn't to have them depend on us forever. It's to raise them for a period of time and then have them fly. And so,
I mean, there's two different, I mean, I don't want to be, and I don't represent myself as a short-term coach.
Yeah.
Like you said, I am that long-term, realistic coach where I want you, if I can show you preventative ways, you know, then I'm also going to give you those tools, but I'm also going to give you the tools to work with right now with what you have. Yeah. And then along will come more preventative measures, because that's what we need to focus more on, is we need to focus on preventative, not being sick, not being overweight, how to reverse this stuff, because it can be reversed. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some time, and you have that on your side if that's what you truly want to do. You just have to put it in.
Do the work.
Yeah.
But just start somewhere.
Exactly.
I just, it was probably in the book I just read, it reminded me that, I don't know what proverb to give credit to where it came from, but it said that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. And the second best time to plant a tree is right now.
Oh, I like that.
I was like, oh, that's such a good reminder.
That is a good reminder.
Because, you know, we're always like, oh, I should have done it. Oh, well, I've already screwed up eating all this.
No.
I've already have it. It's like, yeah, that's like, okay, well, yeah, you should have not been doing all this. But the second best thing now is today. Yeah. Put down that thing or pick up that, you know, thing. And
a lot of people, you got to remember, like, a lot of people who are older than us, they're still living longer than us because they stopped. Yeah. Yeah, they did something for 20-something years, you know, but then one day they're like, nope, I'm not doing this anymore. They got sick of it, and now they continue doing it that way, too.
Everybody used to smoke.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And now they're stopping. They're coming up with different ways to do it, unfortunately, but they are stopping because...
Oh, yeah, that's a whole different topic.
Yeah.
And that's a wrap for now.
Thanks for listening to Flushing It Out with Samantha Spittle. Music provided by twinmusicom.org. Song titled Night at the Dance Hall. Sound editing by me, Jeremy Spittle. A special thanks to our studio sponsor, M&M Exteriors. Visit their website at mmexteriors.com for all of your roofing, siding, and gutter needs in the Northern Virginia area. Visit our website at flushingitout.com and be sure to subscribe. This has been a Spitfire production.
That was the greatest thing I've ever heard.